for Nickel-Belt.
Well, Mr. Speaker, there's no such thing as a ridiculous question, but there certainly are some ridiculous answers, and they're coming from that minister over there. Let's try again. Can he explain his advice to Canadians? And I quote, refer to the board's guidance document on section 55.2 and participation in the facilities attached hearing to the hearing order OH-002, Appendix 6, and again as Appendix 3 of procedural update number 1 for OH-002. Now, was that clear? Was that clear? Well,
The honourable member's out of time. The Honourable Minister of Natural Resources.
Anyone with a direct interest in a hearing can, by looking at 3 pages, fill out in 5 to 10 minutes that form without getting mired in the detail that the member opposite would like to perpetrate.
That's clear.
But let me just say there's a implication of muzzling. With all this talk of muzzling, it reminds me of the NDP leader's muzzling of the embattled socialist majority of his party. Why not let 1,000 flowers bloom?
The honourable member for Burnaby New Westminster.
Well, it's obvious the minister is mired. And he expects Canadians to figure it out on their own when he couldn't understand the forms, even with an entire department helping him. Now, on top of that, the minister hasn't retracted his comments denying climate change. And he said, quote, I think that people aren't as worried as they were about global warming of 2 degrees. Scientists have recently told us that our fears on climate change are exaggerated, unquote. Unbelievable. Is it appropriate for the Natural Resources Minister of a G8 country to be a climate change denier?
Hear, hear.
The Honourable Minister of the Environment.
Well, Mr. Speaker, our government takes very seriously the reality and the science of climate change, and that's why we're taking urgent sector-by-sector regulatory action to reduce GHGs. Now, this House will recall that under the previous Liberal government, GHG emissions grew by over 30%, and by their incoherent and costly proposed policies, there's no reason to expect that the NDP would do any better. I would remind this House again, Mr. Speaker, this is the first Canadian government to actually reduce GHGs.
The honourable member for Halifax.
The Minister's doing a fine job of re-clarifying the denial of his colleague's retraction. Le ministre des Ressources